Alexandra Cooper.
Oh, yes, I do know her. Call your daddy girl.
Did you hear what happened?
I have not heard what happened. I know the last thing I heard about her is apparently she gave Logan Paul.
Not quite where I'm going here, but Alexandra Cooper runs a podcast called Call Her Daddy. Recently got bought out by Spotify. Not bought out, but Spotify bought the rights to exclusively stream the Call Her Daddy podcast, which was previously distributed by Barstool Sports, for 60 million American dollars.
Whoa.
60 million American dollars. Now, I will admit I've heard a few episodes of the Call Her Daddy podcast. It sounds, the name of the podcast itself really alludes to as the content which is discussed on such a podcast. It is heavily, revolving around topics of women's mental health, women empowerment, etc. Right?
Wow.
And I think she was one of the first ones to really just start openly talking about it, which is a topic which is obviously considered not taboo, but every now and then she goes and does talk about mental health and awareness and everything. I don't know if she still does it, but $60 million, dude. Because it's a very unique podcast she has, because no one else is doing that. You know what I mean? And it's like,
do you think did they buy out her, or did they buy out did the Barstool make any money? Or what do you think? Was Barstool part of this? Did they get any money? Because I think Barstool owns the podcast and has the rights to it, but then when they partner up, she got equity, I guess, 50-50.
So I'm just reading into it now. She began co-hosting Call Her Daddy with Sophia Franklin, like I said, in 2018, under a 3-year deal in 2018, 18, 19, 20, 21. The deal was up. That makes sense. So 2 years later, it's the 5th most streamed podcast on Spotify.
Wow.
But success led to a nasty contract dispute with Barstool founder. Okay, so the co-host left because of a Barstool dispute. So Alexandra Cooper stayed on, and the Barstool owner offered a $500,000 salary to her. So there was a lot of rift in the background with contract disagreements and disputes, and as a result, it's always been iffy. Spotify saw an opportunity in that and just went in and jumped in. 60 million. I'm shocked. 60 million. That's big money.